Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we continue our crusade through the most obscure chess variants, and today we're playing Labyrinth 82, a 4-player chess variant where each player's king can survive 8 checks. Pawns also promote on the second rank, and terrain is littered with impenetrable stone squares. The winner is decided by most points captured, where checkmates are 20 points. My goal is to win 1 game. Let's get started with game number 1. All right, game number 1, we get the blue pieces. And to the right of us, we have Plankton, rated 2100. I did not know that Plankton was a chess variant phenom, but he immediately develops the knight covering this promotion square. And you'll notice that each of us start with 2 pawns, so everybody gets the opportunity to promote these pawns to a regular chess piece of their choice. Yo, good luck. That is so funny. And you'll notice immediately the most striking thing about this board is all of these impenetrable walls. And these are really important because they immediately change the value of the pieces. So I'm going to actually promote to a knight to immediately target Red's knight that looks at our promotion square. And these walls kind of do 2 things at the same time. The first thing is, like we already mentioned, changes the value of the pieces because there's no way a queen can possibly be worth 9 points when she doesn't have the same range of motion that she would have on a regular board. The second thing that these walls do is they kind of immediately make your king safe, right? There's no need to have pawns or other pieces in front of your king to keep him safe since you already have these walls. Okay, for this promotion, I think I will do a queen. I will say bishops in this variant have to be just completely useless. You can't find one coherent diagonal to actually move down. Rooks, to some extent, I think, I don't want to say are useless, but also have extremely limited mobility. It's most likely, in my opinion, that you should want to just develop in such a way that your king gets out and maybe hangs out behind the rook. This has to be just purely a defensive piece. I should probably also be observing what's going on with the other players, but to be totally honest, I have not been keeping a very sharp eye. I've just noticed that Team Yellow and Team Red each have 3 points to their name, so I assume some sort of captures are occurring. Okay, yeah, I probably should have been looking at the other side of the board, but I've been too entranced with my own personal plan of hiding the king behind the rook. I also just noticed that Yellow decided to push this pawn, I think twice. I didn't even know you could do that. Okay, there's some captures going on here. I think the more that they entertain each other with captures, the better for me to some extent, unless they get like way too far ahead on points, at which point I need to start getting myself active as well. Okay, this queen is eternally trapped, so there's no point in keeping her back here as some sort of trophy. I'm just going to trade her off for the pawn that could have also turned into a queen, recapture with the knight, and I guess grab my point and find something else to do in the position. We do get that capture. It's Red's turn now. We'll go ahead and take back. Okay, so I have 4 points to my name, barely in 3rd place, and I have 3 knights and 1 rook to work with. Again, the rook, in my opinion, is just completely a defensive piece. The only way I can really see this rook getting targeted is by a knight from one of these 2 squares. I think besides that, there's pretty much no way to get to it unless somehow a queen slithers her way all the way through and looks down this diagonal. So I'd imagine I can probably just move my rook over, shuffle my king back into a corner, and be completely justified in that sort of castle quote unquote position. I guess I'm going to call this a castle in this variant. Okay, there are disastrous things going on this side of the board. Red has now forked green and also gotten a check. They're about to get a second one as well. Oh, but Red decides to promote to a knight instead. I'm going to go ahead and finish, again, quote unquote, castling my king. And the next thing I need to do is figure out exactly where my attack is coming from. I think I should do this. Regardless of the fact that it's not actually checkmate, it is a way to get check on the enemy king. And maybe if I just repeat, I can end up with all 8 checks, which is a very amusing idea that you can just repeat moves back and forth again and again and again and again, and it's sort of like checkmate. Okay, so this is check number 1. I'm not sure that that's going to work out exactly how I'm visualizing it, but I'd imagine, especially if I can bring a second knight into the equation, it should put me in a pretty good spot. Oh, I guess Yellow could run their king into the corner though, and then there wouldn't be sort of those continuation checks. And there's no way to mate them with a knight either. So you'd imagine I need to bring this knight in to cut them off from getting to the corner before trying for that sort of repeat check strategy. It is green's turn. I think they're having some connection issues. Okay, and they come back in, striking at red's rook, who simply moves the rook out of the way. Oh, okay, yellow resigned. This is very good. I will say, I've griped in the past about the fact that if a player resigns, that piece is still in play, but I have to be totally honest, the majority of the time, for whatever reason, it has served me extremely well. I don't think it's ever really been a problem against me, even though statistically it should have been by now. So, all of that is to say that I think if I just do the exact same plan, I can still collect points. Oh, wait, what just happened? Oh, I stalemated. Did I get points for that? I think I did. I think I got a few points. So now I'm in second place? No, I'm in third place still technically. Okay, I need to reroute these knights because they do absolutely nothing back here. There's only one way out, which is this way. Or do I have to go all the way back? That would be kind of insane, wouldn't it? I think I do have to go all the way back. I will say I reviewed some higher level games from this variant as well, and they seem to go on for a pretty darn long time. Wait, am I just stuck here? No, I go this way. Okay. Yeah, I think keeping an open mind about the fact that inherently any maneuver that might take, 3 or 4 moves in a regular chessboard could take upwards of 8 on this board because of all the obstructions is pretty necessary. I need to keep that as very surface level information that I use basically for every move that I make. So I just need to accept the fact that pretty much any maneuver in this variant, it's going to be a little drawn out, it's going to be a little long-winded, but it can still happen. So just keep a sharp eye out for how to make those maneuvers happen. All right, red is getting kind of cozy with the center of the board. I think I'm doing a relatively okay job of fighting back, applying some resistance. The problem is this knight kind of just follows this knight. I'm kind of hoping that red maybe goes after green, and that gives me the chance to develop. All right, so red is landing some check blows on the green pieces. It's my job to figure out how to get after red. It seems very difficult to do unless I somehow coordinate a couple of knights. Okay, maybe I reroute this knight backwards and have it follow this knight instead. I'm not sure if red is wise to my idea, but I'm not even sure if my idea is particularly concrete to begin with. Again, you have so few squares from which to attack that it's pretty hard to coordinate more than one attacking piece on any given square. Okay, let's go here. I don't even know if that managed to do anything. If I had another knight here, that could be nice. I just don't know how to achieve that. Okay, let's go in with this knight. It just kind of feels like I've been restricted. I feel very stuck in this position. Yeah, and meanwhile, red is making pretty good progress on the green pieces. Maybe I'll go this way with my knight. The problem is, where's my breakthrough? That's my big question, is where's that final pushing move that actually gets me to attack the enemy king, or the enemy pieces? Maybe I have to bring out my own king. I'm just very afraid that I will be bamboozled fantastically quickly if I attempt that. Not to mention my rook can't even follow suit. Maybe I'll go here and reroute this knight like this, and go in this way, and maybe I sacrifice this knight to draw that knight away from defending the king. It's all so very convoluted, but we don't have all the time in the world to calculate it. This is a 1 minute per player variant, but you get 5 seconds increment for every move that you make. So as long as you make your moves within 5 seconds, you should actually be gaining time with every move that you make. The way that I kind of see this working out is that I only need 1 more point of material to surpass yellow's pointage, and I don't think that green is going to make any more points. So even though red is comfortably in the lead, I think it's in the cards for me to at least snatch up second place. And I know that doesn't particularly matter within the scope of this video because I want to win a game, not grab second place in a game. But okay, green is checkmated. Let's head out this way with the knight. That was the idea. But as far as rating goes, landing in second place, I think should gain you a little bit of rating, whereas landing in third, I think should lose you a little bit of rating. Okay, let's go in this way. Again, I have no idea if any of this is even remotely concrete, but it feels cool and interesting. And let's just go for the sack. I'm never gonna make progress in the position if I don't try for it, and they do give up the knight. I think they understood that I needed to sacrifice that to get this check, and they decided to move the knight back instead. Was that a calculated decision? Okay, check number 1. Now hold on a second, funny things are happening because now I'm somehow coordinating my knights. Because again, before red was in the center, so it was really hard to coordinate any pieces. But now I'm in the center. In fact, I'm bordering on getting very cozy with red's king here. And I'm not sure that red is going to have an escape. I'm sort of going to perform whatever this is, whatever this maneuver is, and try to get red mated here. I don't even know if mated is the right word. How about pushed around for 6 checks? That's more akin to what we're actually achieving here. We're shoving red's king around until we get 6 checks in total. Okay, another check. And if this knight lands here, isn't that just mate? Can red's knight stop me? I don't think so. But red will always have a move because this knight can always move around. Oh, and this is, oh my goodness, I think this is zugzwang. Because I move here, and where can they possibly move this knight that will continue to defend that square? The rook can't move, the king obviously can't move. I think we may have just zugzwanged the red pieces. I don't know if that's going to give us enough points to win, but they can definitely move their knight, and we can definitely deliver mate here. Yeah, and if I take here, then I just stalemate them, so I guess I want the checkmate. Yeah, and even though we do checkmate them, we still grab second place with that. We do not win our first game, but I think we had a pretty good start. Let's go to move on to game number 2. All right, I was going to type thank you to J-Meister, but unfortunately I didn't get my message out in time. Oh, there we go. We're playing against J-Meister. Okay, I think last time my mistake was that I played too slowly. I think that was genuinely my mistake. I'm also going to promote to a queen right away, and unless they promote to a knight, then I'm going to threaten to move my queen towards the middle. Okay, and they do promote to a knight, but my idea is I want to operate my queen on these squares. I think it gives me a very good chance of very cleanly moving through the middle of the board without having to worry about a whole bunch of knight maneuvers. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is promote to a knight over here. Or should I promote to another queen? You know what? Let's give the queens a try. I bashed them pretty heavily in the first game before I'd even made any moves, explaining that there's no way they could be worth 9 points because of these impenetrable walls. But I'm going to give them a chance, because even though they might not be worth 9 points, their ease of use and the clarity with which you can sort of travel them through the board might still make them one of the, if not the strongest piece in this variant. We get a knight developing towards the center. I'm going to offer a knight trade, trying to displace this knight. It really has nowhere to move to other than here or to accept the trade, at which point I will take back, and then I've managed to work my way into the middle of the board with that queen. I would say I should also keep an eye out for the enemy's ideas, but really the only enemy I should concern myself with, I think, is green. Or, you know, whatever enemy is closest to me. Oh, I've been bamboozled. I can't take back here without losing this queen. And I can't move this queen away without allowing blue to move back. Okay, we're taking back the knight, and unfortunately, I think I just have to lose that queen. I wonder how much this queen is worth to green. Is it worth 1 point because it's a promoted pawn? Or is it worth 3? Or is it worth 9 somehow? I wonder what this is worth to the enemy. Yeah, this is something that happened to me in 4-player chess as well. Holy cow, it is worth 9 points. I think I'm done for here because there's no way to protect this rook as well. Holy cow. Okay, unless I somehow checkmate every single player, I think I might be toast already. Okay, let's not panic, even though we have every reason to. Let's move the king over so he can at least escape and not get smothers mated on this square where it covers the king's escape route and obviously checks the king as well. Yeah, my only loosey-goosey sort of hope is that somehow yellow mounts the most spectacular attack against green that has ever struck the ground of chess, but I don't think that's even remotely possible. I think green is just going to grab up my rook, and I might be in for a last place finish here. Okay, they promote to a queen over here. Of course, the rook is gone. We'll move the king out of the way so they can't get a free check. And even though I only have 3 pieces to my name, I am going to try to look for some sort of counterplay. In fact, I think the more accurate line of reasoning would be, because I only have 3 pieces to my name, I might as well look for some sort of counterplay. I think even if we get targeted, and even though this knight is kind of looking in our path, there's always going to be a way for me to sort of wiggle my way through. It's just in these sort of crevices that it's going to be really hard to cross because a knight can single-handedly defend that square. Luckily, there's usually other paths that you can take. So I'll try to be open-minded and somewhat optimistic about my opportunities here. Maybe in the scramble between the other 3 players, they will let up some sort of opportunity for me to get into that position. I've just realized I'm also the highest rated player between the 4 of us, and I'm cleanly in last place, at least to some extent. Maybe not by points, but in terms of the number of players that I have left to work with, comfortably in last place. Okay, we'll see what green makes of this. I mean, they don't have a lot of incentive to continue bashing on me because I don't even have that many pieces anymore, but I'm also the weakest player because I don't have that many pieces anymore. Oh my goodness. Green has just disconnected with 20 seconds on the clock. Oh my goodness, they might just flag out here. No, my mortal enemy has disappeared. Okay, they have 5 seconds left. Oh my goodness, I think that king might be up for the taking in just a second. And indeed, okay, this is now a bot. Even more reason for me to go all in on an attacking idea. Okay, the first thing is I have to move my queen to safety. However, I'm going to try to be the first one to get to green's king and pick up that bot king. The question is, how on earth do I do that? Okay, and blue is trying to get in with a cheeky check. Oh, and yellow is going for that checking kill over there as well. Okay, I'm gonna move the king out of the way. I think that's step number 1. Step number 2. Of course, I want to penetrate the position and grab free material wherever possible. I think blue is just going for the cheeky check, but I can always take that back for free. Is yellow actually forcing a win here? I don't think so. Maybe I just go like hunting for material. Oh, and I'm down to 9 seconds. Okay, we're pivoting plans here a little bit. Right, we do get checked, but I can just take that material and grab those 3 points. Nobody challenged my queen as well, so I wasn't faced with the same sort of forking idea where I either defend the king or defend the queen. I just grab the free material outright. Now blue has to figure out what they're gonna do about this skewer / pin idea. Okay, they start their own attack basically, which means pretty much guaranteed I can take this, and then I'm targeting the rook as well. There might even be mating ideas, I'm not totally sure though. Less than 10 seconds on the clock for the blue pieces. They move the rook out of the way. Okay, and I'm gonna start, okay, there's only one place this knight can move to, so might as well start developing it. J Meister says, am I cooked? Oh my goodness, that is pretty funny. If it helps at all, in a sense, I was also cooked a second ago, and I think I've made something of a recovery, so it's definitely possible. Keep your chin up, it is definitely possible. The king shuffles out of the way. Like, I'd like to centralize my knights. Okay, yellow is, of course, going to do their best to prevent that. Oh, maybe I can go in through this way and just give a free check over here. And assuming that yellow follows up on their attacking idea, maybe we have a little bit of a truce going on here, a little bit of coordination happening. Oh, they moved their knight out of the way. Okay, that truce lasted 1 move. I'm taking a free knight. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to have a cool duo attack on a bot king, I think I'm grabbing my free material instead. Let's go out this way with the knight. J Meister says, I think I'm getting cooked. Well, I tried. Oh my goodness, that's funny. I'm gonna say you played a good game. That is funny. Okay, it's my turn again. You'd imagine I just bully the green king until something happens. By something, I mean I, get the last 5 checks and, in a sense, checkmate. Okay, check again. My only concern is that my queen gets cornered. Oh, and I've just allowed, I think, yellow to checkmate blue because I've inadvertently created, that's right, I've inadvertently created the stone wall for yellow to mate the blue pieces. Okay, check over here. I just need 3 more checks before yellow comes and starts bothering me, and I think I can grab the points of this bot. Okay, 2, I need 1 more. That's all that I need. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How do I do this? I have 25 seconds. Okay, let's go. Oh, goodness. Let's go this way. No, the bot has to make a move on the next turn, right? So I actually want to move this way. Am I insane? I guess the bot would move this way, though. If the bot moves here, I grab this free check. Okay, of course the bot does not want me to grab the free check. Let's go. Okay, where does the bot have to move next? Either back or this way. I mean, neither of those really help me. I guess I'll move here. Maybe I should have brought my queen over. It seems to have made a little more sense. Okay, I can grab 1 more check though, even though I lose a whole bunch of material. Okay, I'm gonna grab the check and the mate, even though I lose an incredible amount of material here to yellow. Okay, I'm 3 points behind. What are my odds of making a comeback here? I can't imagine they are particularly high, but I will give it my best effort. Okay, we're going this way with the knights. It's basically a race of who can checkmate who first. Now, obviously, yellow has a significant advantage, but I'm going to try my best to cause some species of problem for the yellow pieces. Yeah, even though they're coming in at rocket speed, and they're pretty much just looking for this check. Can they actually support it with the knight? Oh, they can. If the knight goes where the queen is right now, it can actually jump into that position as well. Okay, check number 1. The problem is there's no check number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So where is yellow going with this? Here? They can't go down and give a whole bunch of checks. Okay, we're going this way. I need to get to that square. How on earth do I do that? from here or here. Oh goodness. Okay, let's go this way. And I guess I have to drag myself over this way. Oh my goodness, this is an incredibly long and convoluted sort of idea. And I'm super low on time. I don't think I'm gonna have time to follow through on it. Okay, the queen goes back. How do I do this? Over here? I feel like I'm just playing random moves, to be honest. Let's go here, and then I'm running this way. Check, I move down. Yeah, and the queen has maybe some sort of ladders mate on me here. If I move over, the queen moves down. I move over, the queen ladders mates. Okay, so unless I somehow get a miraculous check, I think this might be game over. Yeah, I can't get to either of these two squares. At least as far as I can see, it doesn't seem possible. So, I mean, I'll give it an honest run, but I think yellow has me beat. Okay, with that, we do get checkmated and grab a second place finish. Let's go to move on to game number 3. Oh, that's so funny. Megan says, I can see calculating. That's so funny. I forgot that viewers can see your arrows. Okay, somehow, oh, and Megan is in this game. Good luck, and J Meister is also here as well. Good luck to Sutton as red, no less. Okay, we have the yellow pieces, which means I move third. What on earth do I want to do here? Oh no, I'm next to IWC. I'm about to get cooked. I hope so. No, I'm kidding. Let's try Queen Allen for size again. Also, I've just noticed that the blocking squares are scrambled every single game. Also, something that I probably should have put in the introduction. Okay, good luck. You have to go into these variants bravely. I'd imagine, I don't know, I think I'm speculating a little bit early in the game, but from what I can see, there are a lot of very nice diagonals now. I've become kind of loose with what I consider a nice diagonal, considering some of the very stringent positions that we've sort of entered thus far. Okay, I'm gonna try and force Megan's knight to move back. Unless they promote, I guess they can defend it with a queen. Okay, but they do decide to retreat the knight. Now over here, I don't know, this is what I did last time, and I ended up getting one of my queens captured. But I don't think this queen can be targeted. So I'm gonna develop, or rather, I'm gonna promote this pawn. It's so strange to say that on the second move, but I'm going to promote this pawn on its first move to the second rank to a queen. My idea being that even though my queen can be targeted, both queens can't be targeted at the same time, so I can always just run this queen to the middle of the board, which is where I'd like her to be anyways. Okay, it seems J Meister, I haven't really been looking at what the other players have been doing, but I think he's promoted both of his pawns to queens as well. I think Sutton just found out that if you move a pawn twice, you don't get to promote it, and Megan just realized that it was free and handed out that check, as well as collecting 1 pawn point. It's also very interesting to me that the players sort of dictate how many points are available on the board. If you promote to a queen, you are basically saying, here are 9 points for anybody to come and capture in the event that you get forked or lose that piece. But we'll go ahead and centralize this queen despite that kind of scary idea. And then the next thing I think I need to do is start developing some of my other knights. I don't think I'm going to overcommit my second queen quite yet. Again, I don't want to get them forked and disappeared off the board, and much less hand out 9 points to any given opponent. Actually, I might slide back here and target the rook. Maybe I should do that, yeah. Instead of centralizing my own queen, where she sort of becomes a little bit of a weakness, I'm going to keep her maybe a little bit more reserved, a little more sneaky, looking to snipe up any sort of free material, also sort of restricts the squares that the blue pieces can develop into. We're also doing kind of okay on time, not as well as the blue pieces are, but we're all at about 30 seconds besides that. Okay, the red pieces continue to develop their knight. Obviously, I'm eyeballing this rook over here. Megan says you just check someone 8 times. Yes, that is the same as, okay, J Meister already answered. Perfect. Holy cow, J Meister is a very fast typist. Okay, Megan moves back. I don't think I'm walking into a trap here. I think I can just pick up that knight. J Meister is, in fact, correct. You also get points from captures. That is also part of the reason that I want to do this series on obscure chess variants, is because, at least for myself, researching these variants and understanding exactly how they worked, and not just, you know, the physical obvious rules, like the technical jargon, but actually seeing somebody else mess around with it, I feel like is very, very helpful. If I move this way, the rook attaches itself to the knight, and then my queen is sort of cornered, so I'm just going to bring her back to the middle of the board. So I'm kind of hoping that this series will, I don't know, in like 10 years time, assuming all of these variants still exist, somebody will be like, huh, I really want to play Labyrinth 82, but I have no idea how that works. And then you can come and watch the video and be like, oh, look at this guy getting his queens forked. Okay, the queen comes out to play. I did say I was going to start developing my knights, so let's continue with that idea. I'm also down to 18 seconds. I actually think I'm in a pretty comfortable position here. I'm going to keep this knight back here for a little bit, just because there are these ideas. Even though the queen does cover, eventually back rank ideas, I'd imagine, are going to be a little bit of a pain. They develop their knight as well. I will follow suit. I think for the next couple of moves, I'm just going to continue developing my pieces sort of naturally and hope that that gains me back some time. Right, we'll play the queen here, supports the knight movement into the middle of the board. Not that I really want to get fair trades. Oops, something happened over here that I honestly was not paying much attention to. The knight does move back, which allows me to snipe it up again. Then I will run back to the middle, greedily rubbing my hands with my earnings. Megan says I'm just moving to move. I don't blame them. That was literally what I was doing for the last like 10 moves of the previous game. I think sometimes you literally just have to throw yourself into the deep end and move around a little bit before you get your bearings. Okay, the rook shuffles over. It has in fact anchored itself to the knight, so I will retreat again. I feel like once you sort of grab that center space, you're in a pretty good spot. You always sort of have scope where you want it, again, because you're centrally placed and you didn't get there by magic. You must have come down some sort of path. So you always have a pretty decent amount of scope when you have that piece in the middle of the board. Okay, the rook shuffles over. I'm not really sure how I continue to make progress though without bringing out more queens. The problem is I don't want to hand out points for free. What do I do here? I'm not really sure actually. Maybe I'll just make a waiting move with my king. Maybe I should walk my king over so I never get back rank mated in the event that this queen moves out of the way and stops defending the square. I know that might be playing excessively defensively, but ooh, okay, wait. Blue is going in for an attacking idea over here when I'm down to 10 seconds. Holy cow. Okay, we'll keep shuffling the king over. I don't know. I feel like we're in the critical position and I don't have time to figure anything out, if that makes sense. Okay, we'll shuffle over here. I mean, Megan's getting some great checks on the red pieces. So unless red figures out that they should probably run their king away, oh my goodness, or run the king towards the attacking knight. I mean, full display bravery there. That's pretty incredible stuff. That's hilarious, actually. You've got to respect that a little bit. Oh, you're gonna attack my king? My king's gonna attack you, and we'll figure things out the hard way. That's kind of funny. Okay, I feel like I was talking all that smack about controlling the center, and now I'm not the one controlling the center anymore. I think green is, as well as blue. Oh, and red's about to time out. Oh, and that king becomes a bot now. Okay, so we are hugely incentivized to come after this bot. I'm going to move, oh, blue attacks blue attacks green's queen. So I'm kind of incentivized to counterattack something else. I think I'll do exactly that. I'll take the opportunity to centralize my knight. I mean, green, of course, could capture my knight, but then they would be forfeiting their queen. Right, so they do have to move the queen out of the way, and that does give me the opportunity to slide right on by with my knight, as if nothing ever happened. I didn't actually have to support that central movement. I was kind of just handed it. Okay, queen shuffles over, pins this. Oh, goodness. Well, maybe that wasn't the best idea ever. Oh goodness, I have to make another waiting move. I'm just super low on time. The thing is, I can move this knight. Wait, did somebody get mate? Oh, they got stalemated. Interesting. So who gets those points? I think J-Meister gets those points. Okay, I'm gonna take here. Maybe between J-Meister and myself, we can do some trades and grab some free points. Okay, so they do take here, so I will be taking back on the next turn. They will probably take back my knight, and we've sort of thinned out the herd a bit. So I will take back, right, and they take back as well. Okay, J-Meister is ahead by 3 points. So it's pretty much between us to fight for first place. Oh, and blue, I just realized blue is still hanging out over here as well. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, that's actually super interesting because that means the blue king is obviously still in play. I don't think blue is in the running for first place anymore, but I do think that whoever gets the first checkmate pretty much wins this game. Okay, the queen shuffles over. The problem is, how do I continue to advance? I think I might just corner my own king first so that I'm kind of in a defended position. I also need to earn back some time. Okay, we do see this idea of the queen coming out. I'm not sure if she's coming down to attack my king, which is what I had this set up for, or if they're coming out to the middle of the board. But I definitely think being in the middle of the board is something that is handsomely rewarded in this variant, so I will position myself there right away. We're all sort of crawling back on the clock as well, at least as best as we can. Maybe I should move out of the way this way. Yeah, maybe that makes a little more sense. Again, this rook is basically completely a defensive piece. It has zero hope of ever escaping this third rank. Okay, the queen comes out. I mean, we could do a queen trade, but I don't think I really want that, right? Because then green and myself are both significantly weaker than blue, and that can't possibly be favorable. So maybe I'll just slide back for the time being. So I've now protected the king. The back rank is no longer a threat. So maybe now's the time to start trying to maneuver my knights out from the back rank. The problem is I don't really see how I go about that. Okay, let's centralize the queen again now that the square is no longer controlled. And I'm also going to move the rook over here because the only way that this king can ever really be in trouble is by a knight giving check here, so I might as well cover that with the rook since it's not really doing anything else back here. Okay, now how do I start getting these pieces out of here? I can't do it this way, but the problem is if I go back, where am I actually going there? I feel like I'm just shuffling pieces around. If I go back here, oh, maybe that's the plan. It's so slow, but eventually maybe I sort of do something that resembles an attack on the green pieces. Very, very loosey-goosey idea, but it's just about the best that I've got to work with for the time being. So we'll slowly start to make our way over. Green immediately brings their knight towards the center of the board. I'll continue with this idea, and we're coming up here with the yellow knight. Okay, green offers another queen trade, and I think they're actually trying to force it, which I really don't want, right? Because it's a fair trade, but then blue has more material than both of us, and I'm much closer to blue than green is. So I feel like I'm at a greater risk of getting bamboozled in that situation. Okay, maybe I just dive the queen straight into the position. I'm gonna target blue's knight, and you'd imagine that blue is going to defend it, or move it out of the way or something to that extent, and I will shuffle my queen back here and try to get an attack on green. Okay, wait, we'll start with a check, which forces green to move back into the sort of space that I want him to be in. The problem is if I go this way, it's a very, oh, maybe I can't even get in there if blue decides to keep their knight there. Ooh, okay, maybe I'll just leave my queen here then. I really want the opportunity to bring my knight over, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, that's the best place that knight can really be. I don't really know why I moved it. I just didn't think I had anywhere better to move to. Okay, we'll go back with the knight. If this queen ever gets off of this diagonal, maybe I jump it in like this. Okay, the queen comes in as well, looking to give this check, which could actually be a pretty big problem there. Okay, I'm down to 10 seconds though. Let's go back. You'd imagine we're gonna get checked and I'm gonna have to give up a decent amount of material there. Okay, so I do have to take. Let's go here. Just don't have that much time to figure anything out. And I really don't see any real attacking ideas. Yeah, the queen moves back, covering the square. So that sort of idea is no longer possible. Not that it was really concrete from the get-go. Okay, let's go down with the queen. And maybe I can encourage blue to come this way so I can actually sneak over as well. Oh, actually, that covers that square anyways. Well, I guess green would maybe give them the boot at some point. Okay, they do in fact centralize the knight. Okay, so maybe the attack will now be between blue and green. That is like my ideal best case scenario. Okay, the knight goes back. All right, we've got something of an alliance going on. We both have vested interest in checkmating green pieces. To be totally honest, even if the blue pieces, actually if the blue pieces checkmate green, then they might have the same number of points and a stronger army, which is maybe not where I want to be. Okay, do I go totally in on the attack? I think I do. I think I have to commit to the attack. That's my only chance here. If I try to hang out in the center for a long time, I don't think I'm gonna get where I want to go. Okay, the blue knight goes back again. Am I actually achieving anything here is the question. Oh goodness. Okay, let's go here and target the knight again. Maybe this time they'll commit to the attack or, bring the knight deeper into the position somehow. Oh, they do. Okay, we'll go down again. I'm kind of hoping they come this way. Start throwing pieces in green's general direction and hope that something good comes of it. Okay, the knight comes back out. Okay, I might have to go back and forth here a little bit and hope that green finds a way to complicate blue's position. I just don't necessarily think it's possible. Okay, they go back again. Ooh, if we threefold repetition, then I'm grabbing second place. So maybe I need to pivot here. Blue shuffles over. Okay, we'll make some waiting moves as well. Okay, we'll go back to attacking the knight. This is definitely going to be one of those very long games. That much is clear. Okay, we're kind of just waiting again. Let's just go back, I guess. It's funny because we have so few pieces that nobody wants to be the one to overextend. Oh, and get jumped on. Wait a second. What is happening here? Ooh, can I do anything about that? I don't think so. I think I just have to wait around and let this unfold between green and blue. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. That's free. Oh, shoot. I think blue might have a crushing advantage now. Wait a second. Oh, goodness. There's not much I can do here. Okay, we've had an incredible unfolding of events, but there's just nothing. Oh, okay, J Meister resigned. So one of us has to come and get this as fast as we possibly can. Let's go this way. And, oh, okay. Oh, I was the one who stalemated J Meister, so I get some number of points somehow. Okay, let's go back. This is an insane unfolding of events. Okay, the king shuffles over. I need to bring the queen back into the game, right? Maybe a little pin here. The problem is that the mobility of my knights here is devastatingly little. Let's go down this way. Queen shuffles over. I need to find a way to get my pieces into the game. That's my only chance here. Okay, let's go this way. This seems super long and drawn out, but you never know. You never know what might come of it. Okay, knight shuffles out of the way again. Let's go here. We're still kind of fighting for center space. Knight goes back again. Okay, I'm getting my queen cornered, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. Is there anything I can do about that? Oh man, I think I just need to corner my own queen here. Ooh, they did a great job of finding that. Yeah, the knight goes back. I think my queen might just be toast here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do there. I think my queen is just gone. Yeah, great find by Megan there. Let's go back. The only way that I can win this is if they don't figure out how to mate me. I think that's literally the only way that I survive. Okay, we'll hang out here for a second. These two defend each other. So this knight always has an eye on that square. You'd imagine these knights are going to come in for the trades though. So maybe I come up and over. I mean, obviously I'm handing out a free check, but I'm hoping that shuffling over doesn't cause me too many problems. Okay, queen shuffles over. You'd imagine to come down this way. Let's move down as well. Knight comes into play. Let's do the same. Knight goes back. I mean, if we repeat moves, I think I run away with the victory. So I have no problem with trying to bait them into a threefold repetition. Okay, we'll shuffle over this time. They move back. Okay, let's do the same. And again, I think my only chance here is trick them basically into a threefold to grab the victory, but I don't think they're going to fall for that so easily. Okay, let's go back again. If I had to imagine, they're trying to figure out a way into the position. They've just shuffled the king out of the way. It would be totally insane if they walked their king all the way out, but also very funny. Queen shuffles out of the way again. Ooh, so the idea is this way. Ooh, can I do anything about that? Maybe I have to do this and accept a trade, which they of course accept because it thins out my position even more. And they do grab another check as well. Okay, let's go this way. There is another check, and then I have to run myself back into the corner. Queen comes down. Let's go here. I'm still ahead on points, but only by 2. Okay, if check, I move down here. Am I actually getting mated there is the question. I mean, regardless, I'm down to like 3 checks at that point, so the situation looks pretty grim, but I might not be getting mated. Yeah, the queen shuffles over. I'm not really sure to what end. Let's go here. Queen shuffles over again. We'll go back, target the queen. Yeah, and I think what they're trying to set up is this, which I think is very possible. They just have to do it at the right tempo. I think they just have to sort of position their pieces and then waste a tempo with their king, if I'm looking at this correctly. We'll centralize again. If they come all the way around, then I will crawl forward, right, so as not to give them another free check. It is definitely going to turn into a game of cat and mouse. I mean, that's basically what it's been for like the past 50-ish moves. Okay, now if I move up, I get checked here. Ooh, I think I'm zugzwanged here. I think no matter what I do here, I get checked. I go here, there's check this way. Maybe I run out into the middle of the board. Check again, yeah, but there's no escape. Ooh, that's a nice find. Is there any way to walk myself into stalemate is the question. I don't think so, not without giving up material. Okay, let's go here and then advance. Oh no, check. Oh, I thought they were gonna play check here. I mean, they might, but check here forces me back. And then there's a double check, which does in fact run away with that victory. Very, very good game to Megan. Oh, they go that way. Okay, I'll go back. I mean, there's only 1 check left. I mean, they can literally just sacrifice for the last check and they should grab the victory. Oh no, wait, did they stalemate me for the video or did they actually stalemate me? Wait, I want checkmate. You should have resigned, then you would have won on points. Was that an option? I honestly do not remember. Wait a second. My reaction is the exact same as J Meister. I will say, Megan, if you are watching this, please let me know in the comments section if you stalemated me on purpose because you knew that it would give me the victory. Like, I genuinely really appreciate that, but you guys should also play for checkmate because I am not going to hold back on you guys. So you guys definitely shouldn't hold back on me. If that's what they were doing, that was masterfully crafted. I mean, I didn't even see it until it literally happened at the last second. Wow, that is... I'm blown away. I'm speechless. I don't even know. How do you even find that idea? That was very well executed. Okay, I guess with that, technically we do win our game of Labyrinth 82. Shout out to Megan and J Meister for hopping in and playing some games with me. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I will see you guys in the next one.